So we don't normally show you the journeys on travel days, and the main part of that is because most of the time we're on the interstates, so there's not really a lot to see really. And because we've been going for nearly 4 weeks now, and most of our routes have been pretty good, they've been pretty clear. And so Pauline just happened to mention, she said, you know what, she said, the roads have been really nice and clear over the time we've been travelling. And it's been, and I said, it has, hasn't it? It's been absolutely lovely. And all of a sudden we went over a gantry, or under a gantry sign, should I say. And lo and behold, stationary traffic with an hour and 40-minute delay predicted due to an accident. Well, other than that, just a jinx.
Sorry.
So the time is now 6:15 and we've arrived at Silver Springs State Park. It's still in Florida, so we've made our way up. We're near Ocala again, but we thought we'd go in a state park this time rather than a normal sort of RV park. And it's absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You know, it's the sites are really nicely laid out, and you can see well equipped with all of the barbecue equipment, chairs, lovely space. You can see the car there and the camper set up. Oh, absolutely beautiful. So it's a real shame that we got caught in that traffic, because we didn't manage to get moving on that in that traffic jam for at least, must be nearly 2 hours we were stuck. So we would have been here about 3:30 had we not got caught in that traffic. And the bit that's a real shame is the fact that just on the other side of the park they do kayaking in like transparent plastic boats, so you can see all the wildlife actually in the water underneath you. And I don't know if they've got manatees here or not, but that would have been awesome. But they close, I should think, pretty soon. So we're not going to be able to get over there and do that, which is a real shame, because that would have been great fun. But never mind, never mind. So now that we're all set up here and we can chill out, and it's certainly beer o'clock. Whilst Pauline's cooking dinner, I just thought I'd spend a few minutes and start working on episode 3. So while I'm here, I just thought, why don't I just give you a quick rundown of our setup with regards to the power that we've got. So I don't know if you remember, I said in the past about the boondocking, and I bought a power station. So this is the power station that I bought, and it's an Anker Solix, I think it's a 2000, and this power station is powerful enough to be able to run, if I just turn that on, yeah, is powerful enough to be able to run the RV for, providing we don't run the air conditioning, for about 12 hours. So I've shown in the previous videos where I've been doing charging the battery from the solar panels. So that's great, that's what the battery, the solar panels for, charging that battery. But we can't run anything that's 110 volts because we can only run 12 volts off the battery. Whereas if I plug the whole RV into that power station via an adapter to just go straight into a normal socket, and as you can see on there, we've got surge protection on there as well. It means that we can put 110 volts throughout the whole RV. So it means that we can still run the TV, we can still run all of like the fan that we've got in there, we can still run everything else, like the microwave for example. But as I said, as soon as you put the air conditioning on, Ooh, that then draws it. So if we run the air conditioning, it'll last for not even 2 hours. So everything's great, not the air conditioning. So I'm gonna carry on with episode 3. Yeah, we've just been for a walk around the site, and we've come across the restrooms and the washing facilities, and they're absolutely lovely. So we thought we'd show you a quick preview.
Move it further away. Hello. Look at me relaxing.
Do you want to talk us through the facilities?
What, you don't know what a washing machine is?
No.
Yeah, that's about right. Da, 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 da. Una washing machine. $2.50.
$2 for a wash. And that's a tumble dryer, isn't it?
They don't call them tumble dryers over here, they're just dryers.
Just a dryer.
Well, it's quite a big one. And that's $2.50 as well. And you can pay by card.
Hey!
Saves
All mod cons.
Yeah.
And then especially for the kids.
Washing up centre. And some books you can borrow. And a machine, vending machine. Nice.
We've got a little buggy on the door. A little buddy. Hello, little buddy. So we've got something different today. So we are in Tallahassee. We're still in Florida. And we've stopped at an RV site which is 5 minutes away, just outside the outskirts of the city. And it's not a very pretty site, that's why I haven't taken any footage of it. But we've come to the Capitol building. So this is quite a nice design. I think actually this is the back. And if I go that way, you can see they've turned it into a great big tower block. But on the other side, which is the front, I think that's the more traditional Capitol building style. But yeah, so we're going to go on a tour around the Capitol building today. So after a very nice chat with the lady in the visitors centre, we're doing the south tour. Started on floor 22 of the tower, which is the observation tower. There aren't really any buildings that I recognise. There are some information plaques about the buildings you can see. But this is the south side, as you can see, of the city, and it's much greener on this side. So we're obviously looking out onto the greener side. So we're on the 5th floor now, and we've been up to the cafe, which was very nice. Had a nice cup of coffee and a piece of lemon drizzle cake.
With blueberries.
With blueberries, very nice. And now we're on the 5th floor. And if I just turn the camera around, maybe you can see that above the door. You've got the Senate. And on this side, we've got the House of Representatives. And we've also got television crew interviewing some politicians, talking nonsense, no doubt. So we're going to go into these in a moment and see what's going on. So I'm stood outside the public viewing gallery of the House of Representatives, and for some reason the gallery seating is locked. I think it's because there's no session, so it's a bit of a shame. So now I'm on the Senate side, and this side is open. So now I'm stood actually inside the viewing gallery, and I'm trying to be a bit quiet and discreet because there is some session going on. As you can see down there, things are happening. This is the original state capitol building, but it's all still within the same complex, where the new modern building goes up to the 22nd floor, but they expanded it, I think in the 1970s, so that they could accommodate the growth of Florida. So now the original building is now a museum. This is the private office of the original governor back in 1902. He did like the best of things. The desk is made out of Honduras mahogany, which was one of the most expensive in the entire building, and even his trash can, which you can just see at the top there, was the most expensive in the entire building. And this is the area for the secretary, the stenographer's area. Very nice furniture. This is a restored Supreme Court from 1902 to 1912. I've got the original House of Representatives. Not quite as grand as the current one. And now we've got the original Senate. So it's the other side of the building. Yeah, that was a really interesting visit. Yeah, it was really good, the museum. I mean, there's lots and lots to read, and it's all political, as you would expect. But I really enjoyed that. I thought it was really good, both in the current Capitol building and in with the historic one here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go down to a park, which is just down the road, and get a bit more warmth and sunshine, because it's very chilly in there with the air conditioning. But I think it's going to be very hot soon. We're going to be wishing we were back in the air conditioning. Yeah, it's a lovely old building. So we're in Cascades Park now. Just behind me is the Territorial Capitol building. So it was a log cabin originally back in 1824, and then eventually by the mid 1800s they then started to build it into a much larger property, and as Florida grew with trade, obviously they then went to the buildings that we then saw earlier on in this video. So these guys are just setting up for a concert tonight. It's called the Alabama Shake. Starts tonight at 7 o'clock. It's called Smoky Hollows, and it's a memorial to a housing community that was completely rehoused due to the Tallahassee urban development program back in the 1960s, where an entire community got relocated. So we're just going to have a look through this monument where you can walk through the houses. This is very clever. They've even laid out the footprint of the building into where the furniture was located in each of the rooms of the house. So that's one room, and we got another room here, the parents' bed, nightstand, wash basin, wash table, got a chair by the fire with a chair. Then we got another bedroom, cupboard, dinner table, open stove, wood bin, sink, waste bin. It's quite clever, and you can see all of these. It represents the houses that the community lived in. Of course, they were wooden shacks with a brick fireplace and chimney. This is one of the typical houses from the 1885s, and it suggests on this board here that it was sold in 1885 for $125. It'd be alright if you could buy a house like this for $125, wouldn't it? So today, what day is it today? What day is it today?
Wednesday.
Okay, so it's Wednesday, 29th of April, and we've just done a boat tour, and we're at Wakula Springs. Wakula Springs. And we were hoping to see manatees, but unfortunately we didn't. And there's a huge, great underground cave at that end of the river there, and it goes down over 400 feet, and the water is 69 degrees, which is a bit cooler than most springs, but you can see how beautifully clear this water is. It's absolutely stunning, absolutely stunning. And you can see there's a diving deck, or should I say a really jumping deck. Where is it? Can you see it in the picture? There it is. There it is. Yeah, lovely little tour. Unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately, the guide passed on a lot of information about the wildlife, which was really interesting.
From the world's biggest and deepest freshwater spring.
But at no point did he ever stop talking. So I couldn't quite really do a video.
Marks River in the town of St. Marks, right at the Spanish Fort. The time of year to see manatees, if we see a big gray floating potato, that's what they look like. That's how they get up here. This does.
Didn't capture much of it. There's all bits of his voice in there, but that's all right.
She's building up energy right now like a solar panel. All those ridges on her back are called scoops, and they're a mixture of bone and cartilage, and they're full of blood.
That's right, that's what he's doing. He's participating in lots of information.
Oh yeah, I do see him.
You could walk across the river, but that'd be a horrible idea. We got 600. Oh, there he is, to your left, right there in the middle of the swamp. Using that tail to swim. They get up to over 20 miles an hour in the water. Big deal. It's a pretty cheesy movie now. It's very influential though and fun. To me, the neatest thing is the guy playing the gill man in all those underwater scenes was a lifeguard that worked here, an FSU student named Rico Browning. Rico Browning got the job because the other guy quit. The other guy noticed how many gators we had. So the director had to convince the lifeguard to wear a costume that weighed 80 pounds. That costume kept floating up. Horse Plane Project. Look them up on YouTube. Type in WKPP on YouTube. Over 30 years, they have incrementally explored 55 miles of the cave. They have set the world record by being down there for 28 hours. They have.
Well, there's a snake bird just down here, and you can see him. I don't know if you can see him down there. Where is he now? Oh, here he is. He's coming up here. See the way here he is. The way he's moving around in the water, he looks like a bit of a snake. Of course, he's not a snake. And you can see this lovely swimming area. You see all these fish here. Oh, you just see that snake bird just gone past. If he comes to the surface, you'll see why he's called a snake bird, sorry. There he is. See, he looks like a snake sticking up out the water. And when he swims, he looks like a snake moving through the water rather than a bird. One of the interesting things that the guide did tell us is where the spring comes up through the cave at the end there, where it's well over 400 feet deep. The water comes through at such a rate it could fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool in 1 minute. That's phenomenal, isn't it? You can't think. But when you look at how calm this is, I mean, you can see there's movement in the water, but when you see how calm this is, you'd never believe that would be coming out that rate. Perhaps what he means is during the rainy season it comes out like that. But even so, wow. So we've got another ice cream.
Yay! Mine's in a cup because it started to melt too quick.
Yeah, I'm trying to eat it quick because I've got another thing down here, another drink, an ice cream drink, and it's got bourbon in it. So I want to try and get through my ice cream so I can eat. I shouldn't have had both, really.
No, you shouldn't. But hey, hey.
Hey,
You're on
sounded
vacation.
Sounded nice. So, I have got butter pecan and blackberry cheesecake this time. It's very nice.
I've also got butter pecan, but I had mint chopped chip. That's my second scoop. A really generous scoops of ice cream.
Yeah, huge.
Huge cones.
Huge.
So when they made Glenn's ice cream cocktail, there was a little bit left, and she said, "I can't drink this." He said, "Do you want it?" Because I'd said I would, if I liked Glenn, I said I'd have one also. But I decided just the ice cream was enough. But it was a really superb drink.
If you hold that for me.
Yep.
I've got. This is my drink, and it's. What's it called?
So, something with yip.
Yeah.
Bourbon.
Yeah.
Something around the yip.
It was a Edward Stoner.
Edward Ball, probably.
Edward Ball Stoner.
Where's the Stoner?
I don't know.
It's
I'm sure.
Wakula.
No, that's not his name, is it?
What's the name of the park? His name was Edward Ball and the Wakula Springs. I've got ice cream all around my lips.
Anyway, whatever his name was, they've made a drink especially to him. Ice cream with bourbon in it, with cream and cherry on the top.
You're going to get brain freeze.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely.
You need to put yours down because my ice cream is starting to melt then. Otherwise I'll be eating your ice cream too.
Nah, have none of that nonsense. So you don't fancy a swim then, sweetheart?
Not at all. I might come back in and get up to my knees and that'll be about it. It's really cold.
What did you say, 69
69 degrees.
It's a bit cool for my body.
Ooh, is that getting deep, babe?
Yeah.
Quite a ways cold, isn't it?
There you go. It's got up to my tan line. That'll do. Oh my word.
Oh, not sure what that was.
It was going to be a dive.
We're on another little hike. We're going around the lodge and around the Edward Ball State Park. What's it called? Edward Ball? Wukala Springs State Park.
Are we doing this bit or are we doing this bit?
Go on then, which bit are we doing?
Well, I think we came off the boardwalk and just went down here. But if we do the whole thing, it's going to be quite a trek.
In flip-flops. Hold on a minute.
And it's 5:22 in the afternoon.
5:22.
Yeah, don't want to walk too far then, do we?
Do we go that way? Or do we go that way?
That way.
That way.
Decision made.
Right, we're going
That way for a little while.
We're going that way.
To the other side of the spring, and then we'll come back this way.
Right.
6 miles is too much.
Yeah. This is the way we're going, whether we like it or not.
Blue markers.
Blue markers.
It's a pretty well-worn trail, so they shouldn't get lost.
I'd like to think not. This is the Sally Ward Spring, which feeds down into the main part of the spring we were actually boating on.
Did you mention that some of this park area was used many years ago to make films? In particular, The Creature from the Black Lagoon. And also, did they do some Tarzan movies here too?
They did.
Rather than going to a proper jungle in Africa or wherever, they came down to Florida.
This is our last day near Tallahassee, so it's now 6 o'clock in the evening, so we've just finished our little hike, and so we're going to go back to the campground and just chill out now for the rest of the evening. And then tomorrow's a travel day again, so we're going to carry on further along the coast heading towards Pensacola, and we've got a site there now for 3 days, and we'll decide what we're going to do over the next 3 days. So might do a bit of chilling out, so look forward to it, and I'll speak to you soon. Good afternoon, everybody. Well, I'll tell you what, we're getting good at this now. Oh, we pulled up on site here and we did all of the tasks that we got to do, got set up in 15 minutes, 20 minutes at the very most, and it was a piece of cake. Oh, we're getting good at this. Well, we've had a very short driving day. It's only 175 miles today, and we've driven to Avalon Landing RV Park, and we're just outside Pensacola, which is still in Florida. So we've gone all the way along the panhandle of Florida, and we've gone into another time zone. So we've gone backwards an hour, and we're still down up by the coast. So we're going to chill out. We've got 3 days here, so we're going to chill out. You can see Pauline is on the Malibu and Coke already, and it's only 3 o'clock.
It's only Coke, really.
No, it's not. It's Malibu and Coke. Don't give me that nonsense. There we are, look. It's all very nice. Right next to the woods here. So as I say, I think at the moment the plan is, there is no plan. That's the good part of it. So the next 3 days, or the next 3 nights, we're here, and we'll decide what we're going to do. We might go into Pensacola. We may go down onto the coast, the seafront, to see there's some historic battlements or monuments down there, so we may go down there. But generally, we're just going to chill out for a few days. So, if we do anything, as always, we'll take you with us. So we've come to Maguire's Irish pub, and this is the place to be if you're going to Pensacola. It's very, very popular, and it's got quite the atmosphere, and it's absolutely heaving. It's now 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so we thought we'd come for an early place because we were warned that this place is so good that it fills up very quickly.
They're queuing outside to get in.
And they're already queuing outside, but we managed to come straight in, which is great. So it started off well. So they haven't got Guinness, but they've got something very similar, a stout. Got a nice pint of stout there, and also got this malt bread with honey butter on it, which is very nice.
Reminds me of home.
Reminds you of home, yeah. So we'll let you know how we get on.
Look at that. Potato skins with some cheese I've never heard of and applewood bacon.
Okay, these are going to go on the ceiling. We're going to go up there.
That's a long stretch.
But wow, okay, so we've eaten and we've stuck our dollar bill to the ceiling. Oh, what a great place, absolutely great place. Really, really nice food. It's fantastic service, really, really quick, efficient, friendly, helpful. Well, what a great place. What a fantastic recommendation it was coming here. So we're in Pensacola still, but we've come right the way down to the coast where there's a fort. In fact, quite a few late 1700s, early 1800s fort. And this one's Pickett's. And it's a great fort, it's pretty big. As you can see, some of the other battery across there. If we move across, this is one of the big guns, which there's another one just over there. Ooh, there we go, over there. And another fortification just behind me over there. Where are you going, babe? She wants to see the sea. I don't know if you heard that or not, but she wants to see the sea. It's just over that dune. So this is battery 234 along the Pensacola coastline. So there's these battery positions all the way along the coastline. And they're all still here. Yeah, this is all part of the battery, but I think it's all closed off. Not sure if it's open during normal hours, but I think actually it's bolted up. You can just see the trees there. You can just see that what would have been the back of the battery, and we can't get up there, and it's all closed off. This is the next battery along the coastline. It's called Battery Cooper, and I'm sure there's still a gun placement over here, just to the right there. Look where the people are. let's go and walk up the top. Looks like all the bottom sections are all closed off, so we'll go to the top. So here we are in Louisiana, and we're going to New Orleans tomorrow. But tonight, I wish this was smell-o-vision, because tonight we got a lovely, lovely steak sizzling away on the pan. Ooh, yes! So it's a lovely evening, and so to get here, we've driven through Alabama, then through Mississippi to get through to Louisiana, and we haven't gone quite into New Orleans, so we've got this campsite which is just outside New Orleans, and it's a 15-minute drive in the morning. So we've got ourselves booked on a tour, and we're going to do a tour around the French Quarter and all the places to see in New Orleans, so really looking forward to that. And as always, of course, we'll take you with us. So we've got a lovely site here again. So as you can see, we've got nice screen space. We haven't quite got the same lovely view that we've had in the previous sites, but this is still very nice. All of the other RVs are quite nicely spaced out. So I don't know if you can hear me, but we're in New Orleans, and we're in the Vignette Cafe, which is quite a traditional cafe in New Orleans. And we've got a traditional dish here. We've got a vignette. It's a strawberry and chocolate vignette, and you can see it's like a flaky pastry type dish. And I'm hoping it's going to be very nice. And Pauline's got an apple croissant.
Just repeated that.
Yeah. So we've been on a tour all the way around the city, found out all the interesting places to go, and now we're going to eat this, and then we're going to walk around the French Quarter and go to the market. Ooh, so thoroughly enjoyed those vignettes. Oh, they were lovely, absolutely lovely. So now we've walked along, and we're now in Jackson Square, and we're about to go and have a look around this building and see what there is inside. So right in the centre of the park is the statue here of Andrew Jackson, who was was a major general, and he was the hero of the Battle of New Orleans in 1815. So now we've come over to the French market. So inside here is something like 200 different stalls, different traders. So we'll have a wander around and we'll see what sort of things they've got.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we came out of the flea market, and yeah, there was lots of lovely stuff in there, some really nice delicate ornaments and keepsakes and things like that. There's also a lot of stuff from China, but that's part of the way it is nowadays. But still some lovely stuff. Now we're going to start to walk through all the French Quarter, and so we get to see some of these lovely architecture back from like the to the very late 17th and early 18th century. Oh, we've got some empanadas. So now we've come over to the Garden District, which is where all the wealthy people from the original period used to live. And as you can see, we start to get the mansions behind us, some very nice properties. So I'm sure we're going to see some very nice properties as we walk down here. We've continued to walk down the Garden District, and we've come to the Lafayette Cemetery, which is number 1. And you can see all the tombstone buildings, and where multiple family, multiple generations, multiple people were actually, well, they went through a process of cremation, but it wasn't cremation by flame. It was the heat of the summer sun used to create such a high temperature inside the mausoleum buildings that it used to naturally cause the bodies to decompose really quickly. So although you've bought one plot and you've had one building produced, you could use it generation after generation. And in fact, there was one building that had over 2,500 people were actually cremated inside it, over different generations, of course. Yeah, that's quite interesting. We can't get in, unfortunately, as you can see, it's locked. I think you can walk around cemetery number 2 and possibly cemetery number 3, but it just happens we've come to cemetery number 1, so. We're going on a trip, going on a boat trip. Cheers! Got a jazz, an evening of jazz on the boat on the Mississippi. You don't get more New Orleans than that, do you? You don't get more New Orleans than that. So we're aboard the City of New Orleans, which is I would say a steam barge, but it's I'm not sure if I don't actually think this is a steam barge. It's more of a river barge, really. So we got, I don't even think we got a paddle at the. Oh, we have got a paddle at the back. Yeah, so there is a paddle at the back, but I don't think it's a steamer anymore. But no, it's an evening of jazz on the boat. So we're on the Mississippi River, and a bit of a lively evening. There's a lovely atmosphere on the boat. It's absolutely lovely.
Cannonball.
And the evening continues into the night. Well, that concludes a lovely evening, doesn't it?
Oh, doesn't it just?
A quick ride up and down the Mississippi River.
Quick, 2 hours.
2 hours and a bit of jazz. Yeah, sounded good. That was good, that was. Thoroughly enjoyed that. What a lovely way to spend the evening.
It was a spur of the moment job as well.
It was.
We haven't planned it, had we?
No, we haven't, no.
No.
No. Right, onwards and upwards.
Woohoo!